Hello and welcome to another fluffy video. And what's this? World of Warcraft, you ask? Well, no, we just were wondering something about WoW. We've had this on our minds and we wanted to ask a question. A simple question. Why is WoW still popular? What is it that keeps people playing WoW? It's been going since, late 2004. It's fair to say it's an old game. It's fairly dated graphically. And the engine's very old at this point, but people still keep playing it, in spite of all the fact that all these other MMOs have been and gone throughout the course of its lifetime. We've had Aeon, Lord of the Rings Online, Rift, Star Wars The Old Republic. None of these other MMOs have achieved the level of success that Blizzard has had with WoW. We think that's fairly interesting, and we're wondering what is the secret sauce that Blizzard sprinkled on this title that keeps people invested even now after so long. I mean, talk about subscriber numbers, the game's still got something like 10 million. It dipped a little bit below that before the latest expansion came out, and it's been a little bit higher than that in the past. Well, a lot higher than that actually. It was 12 million at one point. You could argue that it is slowly in recession now, but still, I mean, 10 million subs is an amazing number of people to be paying a monthly fee to play your game, especially when there's so many other games out there that are free to play at this point. Star Wars The Old Republic started on a pay model. It went to a free to play model when they decided that it wasn't successful enough to keep it on a subscriber based model. There's things like PlanetSide 2, that's a free-to-play MMO FPS, completely free-to-play, you don't even pay for the game, you just download it and log in. And that seems to be the model that a lot of developers are going with these days. The microtransactions side of things seems to be where it's at. And WoW is still sub-based. I mean, you can play a trial up to level 20 for completely free, but besides that, I mean, it's a subscriber-based thing, and people are still doing it. So what is it? I mean, you could argue that it's the community. A lot of people might have been part of a guild or group of guilds for a long time now, part of the community on their server that they don't want to step out of, they don't want to leave that community behind, and so to be part of it still, because the community continues to play WoW, they will continue to play WoW. Or you could also argue that it's simply the amount of time invested in a character or a group of characters that person's had over such a long amount of time. If they've been playing since launch, which, oh my god, wow. If they've invested a lot of time in a character, they might not want to leave that behind. But I mean, surely this can't go on forever. It's been going for over half a decade now, and are people going to be playing this in 10 years? It remains to be seen. It's amazing that it's come this far, quite frankly. But what do you think about this? What is it that keeps people playing WoW when there's so many other options out there, and free-to-play options as well? Newer options, games that are more recent. Communities can move to other games if they feel like that's what they want to play. And yet, so many people, 10 million after this amount of time, is quite a miraculous number. So what is it? Let us know in the comments, guys, what you think. We're just interested in what gamers in general, the community, feels about this topic. I mean, we recently commented on the fact that we were really, really excited by Guild Wars 2. It was this thing that was going to change a lot of the things that were perceived as problems, at least from our perspective, with MMOs and WoW as well. It was cutting out a lot of the unnecessary legwork from an MMO and making it a more streamlined experience. And yet, we kind of don't really play Guild Wars 2 that much anymore. I mean, we don't play WoW either. Maybe it's just the fact that we don't want to play MMOs anymore. But we can't understand why it is that we don't want to play that game, quite frankly. But what is it that keeps people playing WoW? We're not playing it, but a lot of people still are. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, guys. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thanks for watching. We will see you again next time. Bye bye.